Sci-fi. Good evening, folks. I am Rick, and this is my realm. Whether you are tuning in for the first time or the 50th, I want to thank you. And if it is your first time, please make sure to subscribe to my channel for a whole variety of content. I've got a ton of videos out there now for you to get started, and a ton more on the way. Finish the first page. Oh! Tonight, I, Rick Realm, yes, that is my last name, am proud to present open mic number 2. Yep, I even wore my nice shirt. My no sleeve button up. Open mic number 2, where you, the audience, can join the show. I'm putting the thing right in the chat now. Come on in. I'm going to be putting it in there throughout the night. Highly encouraged. Get in there, please. Share your talents. What else do you share? Your original works, your thoughts, your stories, experiences. Promote yourself. Promote your channels. Nothing out of my face. Also, please be sure to follow my brand new series right here on the channel. There's a playlist called Give Me Something to Eat. And you got to say it like that anytime you tell somebody about it. I will be sharing and learning and cooking and eating and talking about all the food I love. Everything food, it's there. And finally, keep an eye out. Where are you? Over here? Okay. Keep an eye out for my upcoming series. It's an adventure series. I don't know what it is. It's just going to be called Adventure, because it's anything that's not in my house or live stream. Well, I mean, it'll be live stream, but anything you see that's not here during these live stream shows at night, boom, adventure. All right? I'm going to cool places, haunted places, historical, places you haven't heard of, abandoned, hopefully. I don't want to, get in trouble, but we'll see. All around my area, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, all that area. All historic, old, haunted places. We're all going to be scared to death. That's it. I did it. I wrote down stuff and I read it the first time. No, but honestly, folks, I want to thank you guys. Anybody who's checking me out for the first time, I know I've had a few new subscribers. Don't forget, it's open mic night, where the link is in the chat room, at the YouTube chat room. If you're watching on Facebook, please come over to the chat room there, grab that link, get on the air. Let me get in my buddy here if I can hear him. I can't hear him, so I don't know if he's there. Let's see if we can get him in here. I don't know. Mr. Michael Roser from Dark Hour Paranormal. Let me see if we can get him on. He can hear us, but are we going to hear him? Let's see.
Good question. Can you hear me?
There he is.
Can you hear me now?
We hear you now.
Excellent.
Hey-o.
Vibing out here, bro. How's it going, Rick from Rick's Realm? How you doing tonight, pal?
What's going on, buddy? Good, you?
Not too much. Another sweltering day. It's hot as hell in my bedroom. Of course. I actually had to keep the fan on this time because otherwise...
Get me started.
It wasn't fun last time. Let's put it that way. Taking 9 showers a night. Right. How was your day, pal? What'd you do?
Set to 71, my AC. Today I worked on a lot of stuff for the show here tonight. I got a few cool items I'm going to be sharing with the audience throughout the night. And just to remind the audience, please join in. The chat room has the link for this. You can come on the air. I know it's new. I know, you know what? I know you're shy, and it's new, and it's all right. But eventually it'll grow, and this will be the place to be on Sunday nights. How's that, Michael? You're the first one here. How's that?
Sounds good to me. Martin, thanks for coming, buddy. Have a good rest of your evening, man. This should be fun.
Yes, Mr. Martin, in the live chat room at YouTube, thank you for tuning in. You have a great night. Make sure to check out the show later on. We're going to have a good time. Let me get started then here while we're waiting for somebody to show up. Hopefully someone will come in. The biggest news that I can think of right now, and I'm sure you too, is the last 2 days. I think we're on a delay because you're like moving and then I hear you after. And you answer me like a few seconds after. I don't know. This technology, man.
We are. I noticed that at my last show.
Yeah. I'll work around it. That's fine.
You rewatch it.
One day. Oh, yeah. I try to work around it a little bit. So, you know what you can do is just put your mouth below the mic, and that way they can't see when you're talking. It won't mess them up visually.
Are you trying to tell me what to do with my mouth, buddy? How's this? Hey guys, welcome to Rick's Realm. I am not your host, Michael Roser, tonight.
That's perfect. You can do that. Perfect. That actually helps out. What we want to do here is get to the first story, and this is huge. Whether, you know, oh God, now I got to stop that. I want to share this because this is the biggest news I've seen in the last few days, whether, you know, what comes of it or not. That's, you know, left to be seen, but how do I share this stuff? So you're going to know this. Hey, look, we got music playing. Hey, we can't have that. Hey, all right. Here we go. Yeah, hey, is right. Oh God. All right. This is what I'm going to share. And unless you've been living under a rock for the last 2 days, then you will know the New York Times article. A Pentagon's UFO unit will make some findings public, and then supposedly there's another part of this where they have some off-world alien craft, you know. So what do you think of it?
I don't know whether this was a slip-up, whether it was intentional, but the words are very much out there. I mean, they could backpedal at some point. They could say something else to try to contradict what's been said already. But if that's not the case, and we're actually seeing the beginning of any sort of disclosure, this is really significant. We're paying attention to it either way, and eventually we'll get to the bottom of it, I'm sure. But just to have the thought out there that this could be coming, man, it changes everything. If that's the case, that changes everything. How exciting.
Yeah, I couldn't sleep that night when I heard it. I was having a heart attack and aneurysm and a stroke all at the same time. What?
I went to visit my folks yesterday, and my father is, well, he leans Republican, okay, and he very much likes watching Fox News. And, of course, he ended up seeing that broadcast with Tucker Carlson. And as soon as I got down and said my hellos, he looked at me and he said, "Hey, did you hear the news?" Usually it's me coming to him saying, "Hey, did you hear the news?" This time it was the other way around, and it was really cool to have that dynamic, you know, the generational spacing that we have between us, especially in thought. And now we might come together on something. That is cool. It was just a neat experience, man.
Yeah, it's definitely cool. I mean, God, I mean, if
what do you think, Rick?
I'm saying here, if you know, according to this, they're going to be releasing, you know, stuff every 6 months or whatever. So that means they got stuff and they're finding stuff to release. Like they have a plan to release stuff. Like, I mean, so that right there makes it like, oh, okay, so we got more stuff coming. And then more stuff after that, you know what I mean?
I think there is more coming. I really think there is. And I honestly, if you ask me, I think we're right on the edge of something huge here. That's my thought of it. I could be wrong, but that's my thought.
All right. Nobody knows. I mean, this is just the
God's hot here.
the start of it.
Jesus.
Dude, it is hot outside. If you're in Massachusetts or anywhere around it, it is hot today. And we got a heat wave till Tuesday.
Brutal.
Yeah, so it's going to be stay inside.
Is that what they're saying?
Cool.
No? Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, until Tuesday. So,
well, at least it's not like the 90s where heat waves would last a week or two.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
That was crazy. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And you'd have to AC, you didn't have an air conditioning, and it was great. So, yeah. So, if we have, I want to see, I'm going to be following this, with in future live streams that I do here all the time. I'll be following this story closely, so we will bring you some more updates as they unfold on this. But I mean, the next thing they have to come out with is going to be a picture of something or a video. I mean, I want to see a better video than a dot or whatever they had up there on the. I'm going to see something like close up.
Well, let me ask this question. Let me ask this question here. So if the United States says something of this magnitude, will other countries follow suit? Is this sort of a green light for everybody to start talking about this?
Oh, yeah.
Because that would be interesting.
That's it. Yeah, you just opened up the book. Hello. You know what I mean?
This is, I mean, I don't want to say it. I don't want to say the words. But I want to say this is it. I don't want to be too what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to be too forward in believing what might come next. But man, I'm just excited, as I'm sure most of us are, who've been following this field all of our lives. Some of us, for God's sake,
right.
So,
and they're having there's Luis Alessandro. He's a big player in the thing. Was to the Stars Academy, and he's in on this whole thing. And all this information is going to be coming out, and it's just going to be like, oh, I would be more excited if it wasn't during 2020, where we're having all of these other things going on ever since January 1st. So, but it kind of fits in with everything else that's going on, all the stuff that's been going on this year. It's like the craziest year. And if you think about it, it's like the 2020, it's kind of like symbolic, I guess. I don't know, numerology wise, I guess. I don't know.
There's got to be something in there. Somebody knows something. You know what I mean? Why this is happening now. Somebody knows something somewhere. We just haven't found that person yet.
And then we have that video from, was it a week or two ago with the president?
Don't worry.
Remember the video with the president, and he said, he had that quick interview with his son, I think it was, and he was talking about Area 51 and how we have stuff over there and how you're gonna like it, and everybody wants to see what's in there. Like that video just came out of nowhere, and now we have this, coming out of nowhere, and it's like, come on.
Well, it's funny how it comes out of nowhere. You know what I mean? And yet at the same time, it seems like there's a plan to roll all this out. I mean, I'm not saying anything that other people here don't know. It's just maybe it is time. Maybe it's now. I didn't like that interview that he did with his son, for the reasons that everybody sort of said, that it seemed contrived and they rehearsed this beforehand and he never really planned on giving much, but they did bring up the subject. And I think that was the whole intention of that interview, not to give us anything more than that.
Right. And
Frap Sap.
Frap Sap, what's going on, buddy?
Pal.
You can join in on the show.
Thanks for coming in, man.
I have the what do you call it there? Don't forget, folks, open mic, join us. There's the chat. Come on in. The fact that they just put that video out at all, I mean, what the heck? Honestly. You know
Makes
what?
you question.
Why? Yeah, it was just that that was the only questions, right? Just that little interview with just those questions, and that was it. As far as I know, right?
Yeah, well, it makes you wonder. No, there was an
what?
interview that was, I think it was at the tail end of it, if I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong about that too. I don't know.
All right, I have before I make any statements, I wanted to
Either way, he brought it up.
Right, like why? You
Yeah,
know, at
out of the
time,
blue.
Right.
Is he now working for the people? Is this our guy here all of a sudden? I don't think so.
You know what it could be too, like
going on, man.
Yeah, we have such a crazy year already that like people just won't be even that shocked about it. You know what I mean? It's a perfect time to release that information. Yeah. It's a perfect time to release it because everyone's just fed up with everything. They're like, all right, who cares? What's next? An alien. Oh, all right, aliens, who cares?
Yeah, sure, no problem.
What
comes after that?
Yeah.
Jesus. By the way, we're relocating to a different planet in the solar orbit here. So guess what, guys? Pack your bags.
My God.
2021 is going to be a hell of a ride. By the way, this is Elon Musk. Say hello. Can't shake his hand. Okay. Just from a distance, say hi. We're still battling COVID here. Someone brought it to Mars. Told Danny not to get in the ship if he thought he was feeling ill. I told him. Danny never listens. I'm telling you. All right, I'm done.
All right. No, hey, listen. If you got problems with Danny, please take him up with Danny. You know. Don't sit there yelling at me.
No, I'm not there yet. How am I supposed to do that? I mean, give me something realistic. All right, what do you got up on the screen right now?
Right now, this is Harry Reid. He is pushing for funding for the earlier UFO program when he was the Senate Majority Leader. That's a picture from then. I don't know what date, but there he is. Yeah, so this is crazy. I mean, that's all you get, though, until it could be another 6 months. You know, that could be, I don't know.
The fact that it even gave us a timeline to kind of look out for is rather odd.
Right.
Don't you think?
Yeah, they gave you a subscription service to UFO pieces that they're going to find. UFO information. You just bought a Netflix 6 months at a time.
That's so weird.
Because they have enough stuff to give you. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, I mean, even... wow, okay. So if they continue doing that, they're only going to heighten the awareness of this subject entirely. I mean, just putting it out there that way. Yes. Again, I don't want to say the words, but this may be it, man. Hi, Blue Chicken.
Then again, too, you don't see what do you call it? You don't see it on the regular news like everywhere now. It's like nobody else is talking about it, so I don't know. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, one of the things my father said, I think, is something that might resonate through the rest of the population. And he said, well, I thought this was a dead subject. You know, we talked about it years ago here and there, but I didn't think anybody paid attention to UFOs and aliens and stuff like that anymore. I think a lot of people think like that because it's been so out of, you know, the mainstream eye for the most part here.
Right.
That, you know, I think people just sort of push it to the side as, well, that was something that came and went. But guess what, guys? It's back. It never went anywhere.
Yeah.
You gotta know where to look. You know what I mean? What'd you do?
Oh, true. All right. Well, you know what? I mean, until we get, do we have somebody joining us? Look at this. Ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know, do we?
We have the one and only Mr. Frapsap coming in.
Never went anywhere.
Hey guys.
Hello. How are you?
Howdy, guys.
What's going on, buddy?
You know, it's funny you said it. Hey-o. That's what Ed McMahon used to say, right?
We have somebody joining us? Did he? Is that where I
Now-
got it? Subconsciously?
Yeah. My computer's all screwed up here. If I turn off the volume, I can't hear you. But yet there's dual audio going on somehow.
Yeah, maybe you have it playing on something else. If you could just try to lower one of them a little bit for us, that'd be awesome. But
That's
we'll
what.
work with you.
See, now I don't know what
Oh,
the
there
top
we
of the
go.
show is. I can't hear
Oh.
your questions. So what I'm going to do is
Sorry.
I'm just going to hang up because there's no way I can do the show like this. But that's okay. I'm kind of tired. It's better off I'm in the chat room watching you guys because I don't really have any 2 cents. All I wanted to say though is, "Ayo, that's Ed McMahon. I'm Ed McMahon, one of his cousins. He's passed away. He's no longer with us. But I'm actually
that's funny.
It was by marriage, but he's my cousin. He was older than me. I never met him in person, and I could have used nepotism to get in Hollywood. If I was going to be famous, I always wanted to be famous on my own merit and not because my cousin was Ed McMahon. So, but he's from Lowell. Ed McMahon originally is from Lowell before he moved out to Hollywood, and yeah, he's just fun fact. I thought I'd mention that.
Oh god, I'm gonna have to change my tagline. I can't steal someone's tagline. Yeah.
Everyone says, "Hey-oh." I think Jeffrey Tambor used to say it on.
All right.
Yeah, everyone.
I'm carrying it on. I'm carrying it on for Ed McMahon.
Okay, so I'll talk to you soon, fellas.
Thank you, sir. Yes, we'll see you this week.
Just want to say hi. Yep.
All right, man. Thank you.
See you, Frepset.
Man, I'm
We'll see
looking
you
forward
soon,
to it. We'll see you soon, guys.
All right, buddy. Take care
Cheers,
now.
man. So are we.
All right.
That's cool. It's always fun to hear from
awesome,
Frepset.
yeah.
Man. I love that dude.
That's sweet. We're gonna actually touch up on what we're gonna be doing later in the show this week. We'll do that. I wanted to save that for later on, though, just to spread out. So I have a few things here I was gonna show. While we're on the topic of space, I wanted to show this. NASA's brand new image of Saturn is going to blow your mind. You ready? There it is. Look at this. Can I get it bigger? Nope. That's not Photoshop. That's a real picture from the Hubble Space Telescope, July of 2020. Look at the beautiful. I mean, that's just amazing.
Hang on, it hasn't come up. There it is. That really?
Oh, you got it? Yeah, dude. Look at that.
That's a real photo?
That's an image of Saturn taken by the Hubble Space Telescope in early July 2020.
Wow, that looks like something digitally created.
Yeah. That is.
Oh, wow.
I mean, that's beautiful. Look at the light in the inside of it. I mean, this is amazing. Can I use that for my, like...
You talk about perfection.
Yeah.
Wow.
I could ruin it with like a RR right here and then a Rick's Realm on the bottom. That would be cool. All right. That's something I'm going to have to look into. I'll ruin this beautiful picture. It's a big RR in the middle of it. No, but this is just amazing to me. Look at this. I mean, I love this stuff. So yeah, if anybody likes this stuff, there it is. You can go right to the NASA website. Mashable has it. I'll have all the links to everything I'm showing tonight in the description of this video for after. So if you're not watching live, you can scroll down there while you're listening to me and hit on the link and take you somewhere else on an adventure. So we're gonna stop sharing that. That was cool. What do you got? You got anything to fill up some time?
That was awesome, man.
And I forgot to put my little hey, one nobody jerks joining us live in the chat room. How are you, buddy? I forgot to put my little I have my little things for the bottom here I was gonna put up. I keep forgetting to do that. Let's see here. We got UFO. What? Here you go. Oh no, I had these little things here that I was gonna put up while I was talking about the subjects. You know, like NASA's newest Saturn. So this is what we're going to do for the next subject that I'm talking about. All right. This is how to cook bacon like royalty. All right. So this article I came across is Two mistakes we all make when cooking baking, according to top chefs who have cooked for the Queen. All right. Now, if some of you don't know, I'll play it a little later when we take our little intermission here. I made a little bacon on a little video, on how I cook bacon. And I'll play that a little bit later. But according to these guys, these are two mistakes that we all make when cooking bacon. These are chefs, so how to cook like royalty. Let me pull that up. Let's see what these two mistakes are, because I have a certain way I cook it, and it comes out delicious. All right. So one of the country's top chefs has shared the two biggest mistakes most people make when cooking bacon. According to Jeff Baker, who has more than 3 decades experience in a professional kitchen, says a lot of people do it wrong, and often by the fry-up favorite ends up being too greasy. Jeff has even cooked meals for the Queen and is now sharing his biggest tip for getting the much-loved breakfast item right. It involves getting the pan nice and hot rather than cooking the meat slow and steady. This should create caramelization, which makes the rashers crispy and creates a punchier flavor. All right. He told Daily Star, I find that the best way to cook bacon is on a medium to high heat pan with a small amount of natural fat, searing on each side for a minute or two. Okay. Let's see here. Why is that not? There we go. I don't know what's going on with this thing. So what do you think? Would you sear it on each side for a minute or two?
The Queen eats bacon.
She does. But he also added, hold on. He also
I would
added,
think that sounds right.
in my opinion, if cooked this way, the bacon won't need any sauce to enhance the taste. It'll be perfect. Sauce? What is this about sauce? Hold on. Who's putting sauce on their bacon? Maybe that's a thing.
Bacon sauce?
Is that something they do in England? All right, folks, you'll see on my video later on. I cook it in the oven. And you're going to see the method I use, which comes out it's crispy on the outside, juicy on the inside. And it'll last a few days if you want to use it. All right, you'll see later on. We'll be taking the break around the 45-minute mark, just to let you know. All right, next. What do you got? You have anything to share? What's going on in our chat room? We got Big Cat joining us live, Mr. GameBet. This is great. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We have an open mic. I'm going to post the link in the chat room. Let's see. Boom. If you want to come on the air, join us. It's open mic. Do you have a talent you want to share with the world? Huh? Do you have a YouTube channel you want to promote? Do you have a video you want me to see? Do you have a song you want to sing? Do you have an instrument you want to play? Get on here. I am changing this camera angle for next show. Just do it. What do you have to say, Mr. Michael Rosa?
I kind of like it, though.
All right.
I like your new camera angle. Thought that looked sharp.
Yeah, it's kind of facing towards the...
You don't like
it? I want to face that way. I do, but I like to be up more because then I get more of a jawline going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This delay is terrible if I tell a joke. It's like 5 seconds later you laugh. It sounds so fake.
Mm-hmm.
It's every time
you're busy out there in
I can't. It's
Cyberland.
Oh God, it must be on a Sunday night, right? Yeah. All right, so let's go on. I got other subjects. I was trying to spread them out, but the show must go on, folks. So sear your bacon for 1 or 2 minutes, medium-high heat. Get some natural fat in there. You maybe a little olive oil, or you could put a little tiny piece of butter in there. Well, probably not butter because you want natural. So olive oil, canola oil, cooking oil, blend, whatever. All right. There's all sorts of stuff going on with oil. All right, now.
I got to fix the light. I'll be right back.
You can take your time there, Mr. Michael
Be right
Rosa.
back.
There's no rush here on Rick's Realm. Thank you. All right. Mr. Michael Roser left us for a minute here, folks. But no, don't lose that sight, please. We're going to go next to my audience for these questions, okay? Oh, I've been having my left eye today. I had something in it all day, okay? And it finally went away, but now it's back. And now I have something in my right eye. So I can't even, I'm like blinking crazily right now. I can't even see out of my left. Sorry for that, folks. Now, listen to this. I drink soda, right? I have one right here, a nice cold Coca-Cola Zero. Out of the can, as you saw. But some people like the bottle, all right? And that's all right. I'm a can guy, and I'll defend it to the death that it tastes better out of the can, okay? But even this article says right here, why do canned bottles and soda taste different? And we're about to find out. Let me find out here. 1 second. Okay. I'm going to read it to you guys. It's like story time with Uncle Rick. What is so unique about canned or bottled soda? I prefer it out of the can because I can't drink it. It just has that taste. When you drink it out of the bottle, it's like it takes away from that flavor. I don't know, maybe it's sitting in that plastic or something, but the can is just like,
Something.
I've said since I was able to go to the store, I remember they were like 45 cents for a can back in the day. Since I was able to go in as a kid and get my first can, I always said, this is the best way to drink. Because we always had the bottle in my house. And by the time I got to it, it was flat. You know what I mean? You'd have the end in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So when I got the can, I said,
this is
the greatest thing in my life. And ever since then, I always drink it out of the can. But, oh my God, my eye, it's like I have something right in there. So
man.
How do you guys like it? Big Cat, he says, I think it's the amount of carbonation in the cans. Oh, that could be true. The amount of carbonation, yeah. Gives you that little extra, You know what I mean? That's what I say. All right. Any dad jokes? Yeah, we can have some dad jokes, definitely. I have dad jokes on the cuff. You know what I mean?
That was funny.
So let me. This was supposed to be for the can or bottle. Sorry, this is what I was talking about here. Oh God, I messed this whole thing up. I gotta pay more attention next time. All right, so we got a request for dad jokes, and since it is an open mic, I think we're gonna do that. But we're just gonna probably. Yeah, we're gonna do this first. Well, yeah. Hold on. I wanted to do a top 10 list of sci-fi movies that are pretty new and that we've all probably missed because we're all busy doing other stuff. I haven't even seen this list yet, so I'm just sharing it real quick with everybody here because we can all see it together. And you know what? Maybe after my show tonight, you might want to go check out a little movie. Oh God, I gotta share. This story is hilarious. Let me get this off. How do I get this off? Oh God, I'm terrible at this. This next story. Are you ready? I don't think you're ready. This is my next story here. Darth Vader wins the lottery. Yep. That's right, folks. Darth Vader. We get that out. We don't see that. Jamaican Darth Vader claims $95 million lottery prize. I guess this guy didn't want to have his picture He didn't want like his identity shown, so he dressed up as Darth Vader to claim his prize.
Probably smart.
Yeah, that's what I would do. I wouldn't want anybody
Very smart.
to know. Yeah. That's hilarious. I don't know if you could do that here. Do you know?
I don't know either, actually. No. That was this month too. Just happened. Wow.
Yeah, this just
I
happened.
think that guy's probably smarter than the rest, honestly.
Yeah.
Have you ever looked into the odd misfortunes and disappearances and deaths that happen to people who win the lottery? It's very, very odd.
Oh yeah. It's like a curse that comes along with the.
Of course, you're a target.
It's like a curse that comes along with it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Oh
Yeah.
God. Yeah, I don't want to be. That's the suit I would wear too. But anybody who just sold him that. Anybody who just sold him that thing will know he's the guy who won the lottery. So whoever just sold the Darth Vader suit, go hit him up for a couple of bucks, will you?
If it was me, I wouldn't even go in front of the public, man. Forget it. I just stay at home. Don't worry about who it was. Just give me the money.
Yeah, but you got to get up there and
I
take
probably
a
have to
picture,
move somewhere else.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you'd have to move.
That's part of it. You have to.
Probably because you're not going to be able.
But still,
well, that's what he did. He put
throw
a
him off
big
a little
black
bit.
sheet on with a Darth Vader helmet. He's just
That's
going to
awesome.
wear that for the rest
Very
of his life.
smart.
Yeah. That's something I would do. So, congratulations to Darth Vader. He won the lottery there over in I think it was Jamaica. So, go congratulate. If you
Cool.
bump into him, oop, what happened there? If you bump into him on the street, then please hit him up for some money because he's got it. All right, I had the 10
wants to do
sci-fi
Patreon, I
movies. Yeah. Do something. Buy a new house. 95 million. Jeez. Oof. All right. This isn't like a. Was a list of 10 sci-fi movies that are out, but I really don't want to do that right now. You know what I mean? What I want to do now is since we're talking about bacon and soda, I want to go refresh my drink, which is my iced coffee. My world fame. You can hear it swirling. It's empty. I'll play a 5-minute video. Yeah, we'll play the 5-minute video I have here of me.
Bacon cooked? That you do? Can you bring it up?
I do not. No. Bummer. That's a good idea. Oh,
show.
hey, I don't know why that's playing. Yeah. No, yeah, definitely. We'll get that on. I don't know what happened to YouTube. It just kind of fizzled out here for us. I have no screen on it. Hey, all right. So, bear with me. You know, yeah. Also, speaking of bacon, I did a little 2.5-minute video on snacking bacon, which I'll probably work on that and put it up tomorrow. It's Dunkin' Donuts. They have a snacking bacon. It's like a sweet, peppery. It's really good. So I did a little video while I was in the car, and
sounds.
I don't know what just
good to me, dude.
Oh, it's good. It's like a perfect balance of I don't know what just happened to my YouTube's not coming up now, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to even show you the thing. You know what happens is I think my computer starts running hot because it's a little laptop and it runs so many things at once. It's just overflowing with excitement.
It might be. That might be. It doesn't take much to overheat these things, you know.
No, yeah. Like right now, I just hit on a tab and I'm just looking at a black screen. It's supposed to be YouTube. So I don't even know how I'm going to pull up my video for you guys.
Of course.
So, yeah, you're going to love it. Technology. Oh, here it is. All right. So let's go to my channel. And we're going to see. I don't want to see my live video on right now. No. I don't want to play that because I'm going to get feedback. Oh, how do you like to cook your bacon? Ugh.
I'll be honest with you. I actually do enjoy it in the oven. Cooked nice and crisp.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest with you. I was very much a fan of the flat top grill. I like the flat top grill.
Yeah, like at Five Guys.
That burger joint we used to work for had it down. So many years ago.
Oh, it was delicious, man. Yeah, I can eat bacon almost anyway. I already said it. All right, let's get to this video here.
Do you remember coming over my house with bags of bacon?
Oh God, yeah. I used to
Shopping
show
bags
up.
of bacon this guy would bring over to my house.
Yeah, I come over because at the place we worked, you'd have bags of the bacon. And at the end of the night, when you close in the restaurant, you have to throw it away if you're not using it. Bags of bacon, I'd be taking them home, bringing them to cookouts, pulling up to my friend's cookout, throwing it on the picnic table, like open, like rolled open. They're like, what is that? I'm like, look, like, what? I'm like, yep. Just sit there all proud, like the king of the night.
We as much bacon as you can handle. We sit on the couch eating them like potato chips.
I know. It was like a bag of potato chips.
Oh, yeah. Let's go to the freezer, grab it out. There we go.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, Big Cat, I'm with you on that. I wouldn't want to nuke my bacon either. Not unless it was the last resort.
Yeah, unless you're living in like a college dorm. Yeah.
All right, exactly. If there's no other choice, yeah.
Right. So let me play this for you guys. It's a 5-minute video. That gives us time to take a break over here on our end and refresh drinks and whatnot. And I'm going to have some Fritos, I think. I didn't really have a dinner, so I'm going to eat like a pig after the show. But let me share this. This is my little first video on YouTube that I edited actually in text. Please ignore the fact that you don't see the bacon going raw into the oven. Like, just pretend that, hey, look, you put it in after the start. Okay, just pretend, and you'll be happy because I totally left that part out. Yeah, this is called Making Bacon, and this is how I cook it. So I hope you guys enjoy. We'll be right back. Thank you. All right, folks, I'm a nut. There's a
Love
big
it.
cast of me
Love
and
it, dude.
fake
God, that was
actor.
good.
Now the reason it's soggy when I'm pulling it off the tray, for anybody who wants to know, is that you can go now take that bacon, and for the next 4 days you can use that. And when you go to use it, you can recook it. You're going to heat it up to get it to that crispy part. I'm not eating it. And also, when you're pulling it off there, that bacon's still cooking for a few more minutes while it's sitting on your plate. You don't know that. So by the time that cools down, it gets a little bit crispy. Now I don't eat something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. That's all I want to do is eat bacon my whole life. You know what I mean? Oh. Yeah, so.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah. When can you not eat bacon? Tell me one time, you know, if somebody said, hey, do you want some bacon? It's like already cooked. Hey, do you want some bacon? When are you going to say no? You know what I mean? It's like, no man in his right mind would ever refuse.
There's never a time.
No. It's always bacon time. It's like, it's just great. Oh, whoever
Always,
invented
dude.
that. Yeah, whoever invented it, I just want to, like, oh. I want to give him a hug. All right, so that was my little video.
I mean, we're not speaking for vegetarians, but...
No, I'm not. This is bacon talk. There's no such word. All right. Now, what we're going to do here next is, since nobody's coming on, does anybody want to come in? Don't forget, folks, if you're tuning in live, our YouTube chat room, I just posted the link. Bam! You're going to get it right now. Come on the show. Share your talent.
Frapsap wants to know how long does bacon go before it's bad? Sorry. I thought you were done.
Oh, no, that's all right. No, that's fine. God, most bacon has a very low water content. So once it's cooked thoroughly, it's almost like beef jerky where you can have it like out in a container on your counter for a while. But a rule of thumb, don't ever keep anything in your fridge more than 7 days. Throw it out. This is my rule of thumb. I try to eat everything within 2 to 3. Yeah, I try to eat everything within 2 to 3 because I want it fresh. You know what I mean? But rule of thumb, 7 days, see ya. I don't care if it smells as good as the day you bought it. Just get it out because there's stuff growing on that thing that you just don't want to eat. It doesn't matter what it is. Just get it out of there. All right? I mean, you can have jarred stuff in there, like, you know, anything jarred. But, yeah, if it's already cooked, anything cooked, see ya. Most food, even not cooked, get it out. I'm all about eating the fresh. You want to eat something fresh, you know what I mean? I don't know. That's how I am. Take care of yourself. Eat some good food.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Right? Why not? God, spend a couple extra bucks on better quality. Yeah. And if you cook at home, you save so much money. You don't even believe. You go out to eat like every day. If you don't learn how to cook, you're screwed. You're just spending money on just useless money. But if you cook at home, you can everything you eat in a restaurant, you can cook at home better. Like coming up soon, I'm doing the
That's true.
Right.
And it's more fun.
Yeah. And coming up soon, I'm doing the General Gao's chicken again. I'll probably do a little video on how you guys can do it at home. It's really simple. You just need to go buy a few ingredients, put them together. You got the best taste in General Gao you ever had. Okay. Please let that sink in. I think I just unplugged my headphones. I don't know what's going on. So yeah. The Give Me Something to Eat series, the playlist I have there, you guys, you go check that out. The Give Me Something to Eat's going to have all the food. If you guys have ideas for what you want to see and cook, like if you have a favorite dish, you go to a restaurant, you're like, how do I cook that at home? Send it to me and I'll do it. I will do any recipe. I don't care what it is. I'll go out and buy the ingredients and do a video for you guys. All right? That's how much I care. And I want to try new things too, so I'll love it. I love cooking. So if you're on my Facebook friends list there, you'll know my daily pictures of food. Every dinner I eat, I think, is up there.
This guy can cook. This guy can cook. I tell you. Always has been.
Oh, I love it. So much fun. And when you're cooking food that you ate, I mean when you're eating food that you cooked, it's just so much better. It's like, oh, because you took it through that whole process of being nothing to like this beautiful thing in front of you that you're now going to make part of you. It's like art that you can have no other way. That's how I see it. I don't know. I mean, I don't see everything like, every dish like that, but you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's cool. So let's move on.
If you go to,
go ahead.
I believe it's Asia.
No,
I think it's
ahead.
Asia.
Mm-hmm.
There are monks and people in different religions out that way that won't allow anybody except the one chef they know to make their food, for the reason that when a person is making your food, their energy is going into it as well. Whether they're feeling negative that day or positive, if you're cooking with love, if you're angry about something else while you're making the food, it all goes into the food. And some cultures will exercise that sort of restriction on who can cook their food because of the energetic principle to it. I think that's pretty cool. I've heard of that before in different ways too, but yeah, there are cultures out there that practice that.
I've never heard
if
of
your
that.
food's
I
made
never
with
even thought
love,
of that.
that's what you're going to absorb,
Oh, so that's probably where that term comes from.
Mm-hmm.
It's made with love. And then, yeah.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's true. I mean, you can taste the difference. I know it sounds weird, but I've definitely had meals that I could tell were prepared with lots of heart behind it. You can taste it in there. You just feel awesome. You could feel it. I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, I've felt that.
You have to describe it to me, please. It's like every meal I eat. Oh, all right. So are we done with food? Because I don't want to talk about it anymore. I'm too hungry right now.
Yeah, I'm hungry too.
Let's move on to something exciting. If anybody tuning in live, if you're just joining us, I just put the chat, the link in the chat. You can come on the air. You don't have to be on camera if you're shy. You can be on a microphone if you want to do that. Or just have that playing. We can bring it on if you want to promote your channel, YouTube channel. You want to promote anything you're doing, an upcoming event, a Facebook group. If you want to come on and sing us a song. You want to sing us a song? I like songs and singing. Why don't you say? Why aren't you, Mr. Michael Roser? Why aren't you playing an instrument or singing for us right now? Because you're the musician.
I tried to send you that song. I don't know what happened.
No, that's all right. You can
do it
for us live.
Chat box. I could see it. I don't know why it didn't reach you. I don't have my guitar right now. It's in the other room. The kids just went to sleep, so I'm sorry. I will prepare something for you guys if you'd like. The next show or something like that. We'll do
for the next open mic. Yeah, we'll set it up for. We'll try to do this every Sunday. So we have something consistent that people can come to. And... like a musician doesn't need any last minute.
Cool.
Thing prep. You grab a guitar, you get on and you sing it. Boom. And I told you about this earlier. You could have had the guitar in the room with you. Don't give me excuses. So we'll plan that for the next
I also thought we were
mic.
doing the song, but I'm gonna get that working anyway. So oh
yeah. Look at me all relaxed back here. This is how I'm gonna do the show. I just feel more comfortable. Actually, no, I don't. I feel like I'm lazy.
But more comfortable, do it.
Nah, but I'm too far away. I don't want to be lazy for everybody. what I want to get into next is, you'll see on the bottom of your screen here, is a little trip that we have upcoming this week with Mr. Frapsap, who was just on the live stream for a minute. And that is our upcoming America's Stonehenge trip. That's right, folks.
What's up, Nathan Allen?
Mr. Nathan Allen joining us in the live chat during the live show. Ayo. We're just about to talk here about America's Stonehenge. This is our upcoming trip. We got Dark Hour Paranormal joining me. Mr. Frapsap, which is also a.k.a. Robert Rivas, his real name. You can check him out. We just did a show with him. You can find on Dark Hour's channel. If you go over there and check, we just did a show with him. It was an awesome time, and we're going to be. It was the first one of many. Let me just say that are going to be coming up. It was awesome, awesome guy. This year we're looking at America's Stonehenge. Yeah, wasn't he? Yeah, wasn't it a good time? Yeah, no. I was waiting for your answer because I know there's a delay.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear your question.
I said, wasn't it a good time?
I didn't hear your question. What was it?
Show?
Oh, it was awesome, dude.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited to have him come on this trip with us because, guy's very insightful, and maybe he may not know all the history of this place that, we have, but I'm sure he'll be able to say something, of great value. You know what I mean? And that's at the very least, I'm sure. Very bright guy.
Oh, absolutely.
Very bright guy, Mr. Robert.
And he's been to Machu Picchu.
This is going to be so much fun, though.
Right? This is. Sorry, did you hear me? Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
He
now
did.
Your delay gets longer and longer.
The Stargate portal there.
Yes. We played a video on your show.
Let's check out some pictures here. Huh?
We played a video on your show of him.
I missed that.
Going through the gate. So, all right, let's check out some pictures of America's Stonehenge. What is it?
Yes.
Was it built by a Native American culture or a migrant European population? No one knows for sure. It's a maze of man-made chambers, walls, and ceremonial meeting places at over 4,000
We have a lot of that
year
stuff
olds.
out here in Massachusetts, believe it or not.
Right. Let me just finish reading the description here, sir. At over 4,000 years old, America's Stonehenge is most likely the oldest man-made construction in the United States. Like Stonehenge in England, America's Stonehenge was built by ancient people well-versed in astronomy and stone construction. It has been determined that the site is an accurate astronomical calendar. It was and still can be used to determine specific solar and lunar events of the year. Various inscriptions have been found throughout the site, including Ogham, Phoenician, and Iberian Punic script. Dr. Barry Fell of Harvard University did extensive work on the inscriptions found at the site. They are detailed in his book, America BC. All right, I didn't know that there were inscriptions. I thought it was just the rock structures, but this is great. Now I'm going to be checking these out.
Me too.
This is exciting. Yeah. All right, don't get too excited.
What about? I was just trying to read what Frapsap said here. Canaanite is what he said.
Let me check.
Don't forget there's also Druid Hill or Druid's Hill up in Lowell. We're right there. We might as well take a look at that too, right?
That was on the itinerary for after. Yeah, that was going to be a surprise, but now that you just blurted it out,
yeah.
Now everybody knows.
Right, well, I don't know. You asked me what I thought, so I don't know.
Yeah, I asked me about Stonehenge here, not the other stuff. We're talking about our upcoming trip. But anyway, look at the pictures at night. I don't know if we're going to be able to get there at night because it closes at 5.
Take it away, Rick.
But this is a nice picture right there. Look at that. Ooh. All right, so here's something. I think we're going to be able to walk through this little thing here.
So
And this is what? You wonder what? I'm waiting. Hello? Are you not? Can we not hear you? Did you cut out on
cutting
us?
in and out, so I'm trying to gather you as you're going.
Oh, all right. I was waiting for you.
No,
Go
so you're
ahead.
cutting in and out on my audio, so I'm just trying to gather as I'm going. Sorry. So, I don't know. Did you ask me a question? I didn't hear it.
You started to talk, so I was just letting you go.
Oh my God, this is bad, huh?
Yeah. The delay is terrible. Sorry. Hopefully we'll have it fixed for the next show because you don't want to be singing and then have
Here,
a delay.
let me try
like
something. I'm going to come out. I'm going to come back in.
Yeah, why don't you reset everything and give it a new try and we'll get you back on real quick. Let's take a look here, folks. All right. Let me see if we can blow this up for you guys in the meantime. That's about as bad. All right. That didn't do much. If you're joining in the live chat on YouTube right now, I just posted a link where you can click on that link and come on to the show. All right. That's what you can do. Meanwhile, our pal, Mr. Dark Hour, is resetting his equipment now to hopefully come on with a new and fresh perspective that isn't so delayed. I've got him on the thing here, but I have no video on this, so I don't know what happened. Okay, there we go. Could you try speaking for us? Nope, that didn't work. All right, he's still on a delay. I can't hear you at all. So, figure that out, Mr. Michael, and as soon as I hear you speak, we'll get you back in here. We just don't want to have you on air so people don't think you're just sitting there not saying anything. But look at some of these views. Oh, this must be the view that we saw on the previous one here. Were you overlooking? There's a little video. I asked for permission from the owners of the video to play it, and I haven't heard it back, but it's a little introductory video. This website here, I will put, it's just StonehengeUSA.com. That's it. You can go there. I'll post the link in the chat for you guys if you're watching the live now. And if you're not, guess what? It's going to be in the description of this video for those who are watching after the fact. But there you go. You can go there if you want to look along with the pictures and see it in HD while you listen to me in the background. Ooh, with my soothing voice. So this is cool. This is some of the stuff we're going to see. I'm not sure. I wanted to get an overview look of this area. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm going in that little tunnel. See that little tunnel? I'm going in there. There's going to be inscriptions. I guess some of this stuff was walls. Yeah, look at this. Look at these little chambers. Let's go to our chat room because we have Mr. Frapsap in the chat live now. Let's see what he's saying here. We get hitching post of the sun. At certain times of the year, the location acts as a solar calendar and lines up with the sunstone at solstice and equinox. Cool, too. Thanks, man. Yeah, so we're going to... Oh, that's what that one is back there. Let me go. This one here. Oh, all right. That's what that stone is. Yeah, that's so cool, man. Yeah, that's beautiful. I'm guessing that's the same exact stone as this one, and this is just the daytime. They were probably just up a little closer, maybe from a different angle. I don't know, but that's awesome. And that probably at one time was straight, maybe? No? Oh, no, maybe that's like the calendar like they have on the sundials or they're at an angle, you know what I mean? That could be that, case of that. Very cool. You have no internet? Uh-oh. Dark Hour, our buddy who was just with us, has no internet now. Try to get back on there, Dark. Hey, why don't you try to get on your phone? Maybe you can do a 4G thing there on your phone, or a 5G. The StreamYard has that app now. I'll paste the link in the chat room once again. If anybody else wants to join in, feel free. You don't have to be on camera. If you don't want to, you can come in on audio. We're just hanging out here tonight on our open mic. Number 2, that is. I had the first one. Guess what? Nobody showed up. I'm having a second one. And someone showed up, Mr. Dark Hour. But then he left. And he wanted to come back. And he's trying to. And we will. We will. God damn it. All right. Look at this area. This is where we're going. This Thursday morning. Gonna get up there. It's gonna be nice weather out. Should be about 70 degrees out. Hopefully no one too many people are there walking around. We're gonna get in there. And oh, look at this. We got a little gift shop I didn't know about. Let's see. Oh, look at oh, this is gonna be great. There's also a guided. Oh, I'm gonna try to get it on video as much as I can. I have 4 different cameras I'm bringing with me. Oh, we got Mr. Dark Hour. Let's try to get him back on the stream here. See if we can hear him. All right, can you say something without a delay? And no.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, but we still have the delay.
I hope you can hear me.
I can hear you. You can't hear me?
Okay, well, you know what? It's not choppy like it was where I couldn't even hear you.
All right. Well, eventually.
No, I can hear you just fine. Sorry about that, man. My internet literally just decided to. Where do we leave off? You're crawling into that hole?
I'm going in there. Yep.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are we putting rocks up to kind of keep you in there, or you just, what do you want us to do?
You're going in this one.
You want a pillow or something?
My belly will hold the whole thing up. Don't worry about that. After this 4 months of not working.
Okay. I mean, how big is that entrance, though?
These aren't big at all. Yeah. That's
Are we supposed to go in there?
That might be like a burial thing, or maybe food storage type thing, or I don't think you'd store food on the ground. I definitely don't think this is part of the structure, but
no,
I think
so.
that's that
it looks like it might be new.
Yeah. They have some kind of animals up there. I think llamas, or what are the other things called? The
I heard llamas. That was
Acapulcos. What are they called?
Really?
Is that what they're called? Acapulcos?
I think so. Acapulco.
Yeah. No, Acapulco is a island, isn't it? Isn't
Looks
it?
Looks like island? A llama.
Alpaca? I don't know. Please, yeah, look it up. But they have some kind of animal. It looks like that might be the housing unit. Ooh, look at this tunnel, dude. This is going into the ground. That's what I want to know. They're like underground tunnels.
Oh, wow. Okay, I would like to go into there.
Yeah, that's where I want to go. On the video, they show, if I can play this, if I get permission to play this on this video, they show people actually going through a tunnel and like coming up. I don't know. So I have to see.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I want to see. Oh, there we go.
There they are. I still don't know what they are. They're not Acapulco. That's like a restaurant.
No, right, you know what those are? Those are the tweets.
Look at them, though.
That's me in the background when I got
Larry,
my haircut.
Mo, and Curly. Here we go.
This guy. When I got that haircut, yeah. It grew back. Oh, what a beautiful creature.
Oh, I remember all too well.
I'm gonna have all 3 of these guys on video. This is gonna be great. I'll probably spend more time with them than at the Stonehenge. Also,
Well, at least it's not snowing out like in that picture.
no, yeah, we're gonna have much warmer weather now.
What's he?
Also,
What do we?
I think he
So
is
he's got a
doing some
archaeological
kind
thing
of
going on.
yeah. It might be. Maybe we could be in the middle of a dig. You know what I mean? Because it's apparent they haven't, excavated this site because it's all leaf covered still, and
Oh,
there's
that'd be cool.
nothing's roped off. So that would be, maybe it's an. Oh, look at that! Hey, we're going down there. We're going down there
Wow,
and
look at
doing
that, huh?
We're gonna do a ghost box down there live.
Yeah, you are.
I am. I just said that. You don't have to do it. You're a wimp.
Wow, look
That's
at that.
fine.
I wonder what these dwellings were used for.
I don't know, but ghost box session live.
Well, we'll just wait until the first thing follows you home, and you can come call me and tell
From
me
the
how you
pit.
feel.
Not if it's nice. If it's a nice person, it will be nice.
That's fine.
Yeah, you'll see. I'm gonna be sitting right where that guy is.
No? Okay. All right.
I'm gonna be sitting right where that guy is with the ghost. I got
Maybe
the
it goes in
ghost
further.
box app. Listen. I'm serious. We got to do a ghost box session at least on this property somewhere. Like, you know what I mean? We have to do that. That's part of the investigation. You have to see if that's gonna pick up anything. Because what did it pick up? If it was like ancient spirits, obviously nobody's lived there for a long time. If it was ancient spirits, then they're going to communicate in their language, not a language we hear. So if we pick up like people speaking Native American Indian, 15 heart attacks live on air. The worst with the delay. Oh, God.
Going right for
All
the
right.
ancient ones, Rick, huh?
I'm saying,
the
I'm not
heavyweights.
going. If there are going to be spirits here, would it be most likely that it's them, or maybe people who lived there after they came over? Nobody knows who built this thing, dude. It's like crazy. Maybe we'll get some answers on who built it.
Keep in mind, though, civilizations that lived in dwellings like this, a lot of them were very in touch with nature and practiced in magic and what we would call the occult today. But again, we're more imbalanced. So, they used spirit communication on a daily basis. Stuff like this is a big part of their culture. And again, the ritualistic aspect of it. I don't know if this was a ritualistic culture that lived here, but given, what it looks like, there's a possibility, given its age, that could be the case. That being said, I find some of these sites to be even a little more daunting in terms of ghost hunting than perhaps, a haunted house that, a family was murdered in the 30s or something. The ancient ones have their time. Well, first of all, the people that are in these cultures are working with those ancient energies, positive and negative. Okay. They knew how to balance between the two and use, their relationship with them based on what that spirit could offer and so forth. So they had an intimate relationship with demons and, angels, if you will, just to say for the sake of conversation. Now, the fact that it's been so long gives whatever it's been there, in my mind, a lot of time to strengthen itself. You know what I mean? If it wants to protect the site, you know what I mean? That's a very big possibility that you get hit in the chest with something hard. So there's that to consider, I would say.
Oh, no, yeah,
but,
absolutely.
Again, I'm not discouraging anybody from going out and doing this stuff. I just say, hey, make sure that you know what you're getting into. That's all. Just make sure you know what you're doing. Protect yourself the best you can. Listen, I protected myself on the expeditions that we went on where I had my issues following. I protected myself. Now, what happened there? I was listening to Spaced Out Radio the other night, and I had a question for Jim Hunt. And I asked him because I remember
heard that. I just not
somebody
right before
telling
the
me
show,
that
I was listening to that.
the first one that followed me home. Yeah. Oh, it was a great show. But I asked him, I said, are some of the ancient ones immune to white light? And he flat out said yes. And so that makes sense because I tried using white light to protect myself and then to get it away from me. And it did not work that way. And I was absolutely stunned. Now, that's what happens when you mess around with some of the older ones. You know, they're more powerful.
I don't want to mess
They're
around
not
with
like
anybody,
your average
though. You know what
spirit
I
that
mean?
just crossed over 50 years ago.
I'm not out to hurt them. I'm just
Well, I'm
seeing
just
if they
letting
maybe
everybody
I.
know.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought you were talking
That
about.
if you're going to go to a site like this, where we're going to go, no, you're not going to hurt them.
Right. Oh, yeah.
You're not there to do anything like that. But just be cautious. That's all.
No, but it's good.
Just be aware.
No, yeah,
Again, not discouraging anybody from exploring. Just be safe.
All right. Well, what would you recommend as far as safety for somebody?
Important.
Now that we're on this subject, what would you recommend? Like, what ways do they have to protect themselves?
I'm going to be honest with you. That's a tough one for me. And that's because it took me a long time to find what kind of worked for me. And yet there are places that I won't go because I just don't feel putting myself in that situation was a good idea. Even if I have protection, sometimes it's not. I mean, I'm a little gun shy because of my first experience where the thing just was, as I said, immune to white light, and what I was trying to do to push it away with Archangel Michael's Legion of Light and stuff, it just wasn't enough. And that scared the hell out of me because I thought everything would back away from white light. The way a religious person mutters the name of Jesus and everything, takes flight. So in terms of giving people guidance on this, I'll be honest with you. I don't feel, other than, a lot of things will respond to the white light and you can keep them away. Okay. Again, it just depends on where you're going and what you're finding there. Right. So, okay. I would say, as I use the white light still in, what I'm doing, use the white light. But other than that, I really couldn't say. I don't, it's too personal for each person. And I know there's somebody out there who's a better answer than this. And you know what? We can ask Navier Laura on Wednesday.
All right, perfect. Now we're going to introduce back into the show is Mr. Frapsap. Heyo, there he is. He's got his audio. He's back to join us.
Hey, guys. I figured I'd call back in since we're talking about this. Since the topic's come up. And by the way, it's llamas down in Peru. All kinds of varieties of alpacas. And they
actually, Mr. Frapsap, you're cutting in and out pretty badly. I'm not sure what you did for your setup there, but it's like every other word.
I am? Okay.
It was for a second there. Yeah.
Okay.
Now it sounds a little better.
All right. I know what. I'm gonna turn on and off my computer again, and then I'll be back for a third time.
All right, you can come back as many times as you want, buddy. As many times as you want. We're here for a while. All right.
It's like life. All right.
All right. Okay. We'll see you soon. Thank you. All right. Mr. Frapsap's gonna go for a third time. Come on and do it, buddy. Everybody. We need is everybody in the
trying, man.
The chat
I'm gonna
room.
give him that.
Yeah, we need. Everybody take a moment, and we're all gonna collect our energy and
my internet's gonna go again.
Electronics. We're gonna lose Mr. Michael. We're losing everybody here tonight, folks. The internet is just not working for anybody but me.
This is so weird. It's a Sunday night.
Yeah, it's a Sunday. You know what it is? Everybody's home and they're all in bed and they're all on watching YouTubes or Netflix or
I don't get it.
Something like that. So you're getting that extra bandwidth usage right now. Yeah. So.
Sure.
Yeah, and the humidity too. I think like even the signals, like the Wi-Fi signal, I think even they get like pissed off at the.
No, you're probably right. Well,
I mean, it's just I would if I was out there.
I'm sure the humidity doesn't help.
Oh no, it's terrible. So these are alpacas, Mr. Nathan Allen and perhaps I've just told them. These are alpacas, not Acapulcos, like I mistakenly. Dude, no matter how cold I put this, I'm like always sweating in my show, like halfway through it. It's ridiculous. So we're gonna see them. Yeah. Now, tell me one good reason you wouldn't go down there with the ghost box. Just asking another dimensional being if they have an answer as to like what's going on in the other dimension. I think that's a good question. That's not harming anybody.
Well, no, I'm gonna answer as you would expect me to answer, and I'm so firm on this now. I mean, I stopped doing ghost investigation as a result of what I went through, and as weird as that may sound to some people, it shook me, and I learned a lot of what you do and don't do in this sort of thing. And keep in mind too, I've also had experiences with poltergeist-like activity outside of my ghost investigations, and you know, I've had things in my home for very, very, very long. So my answer to that is that, again, I don't discourage you guys from doing that, but as soon as you get in there and start asking questions, you're opening that door. And once you open that door, you never know exactly what's going to come in. So, I mean, it's like being at your house, all right, and you live in the city and you leave the front door open for 2 hours, you know, maybe put an arrow calling people's, you know, to come in and check out what you got inside or come talk to you. You don't know who's going to come in. Maybe somebody nice, you know, a little old lady from across the street might come by for some tea, or maybe somebody wants to take advantage of you. I look at the spirit world the same way if you're opening doors in certain ways. There's a lot of fun in this. Believe me, there is entertainment in respect, but at the same time, my experience is I'm now an open door, permanently open. I'm a walking open door. So for me to do something like that personally would just exacerbate that experience that I have already. And it might lead me into some even worse things coming by and attaching themselves. I mean, I couldn't tell you for sure, but that's been my experience in the past. And I don't see why things wouldn't repeat itself if I went and did the same thing I used to do. You know, I'll be there, you know, I'll be rooting you guys on, but I know for myself what I'm allowed to do in that respect, what I'm able to do given what I've done in the past. This is something I got to carry with me for the rest of my life. You know, I loved going to those sites and investigating and calling on spirits and stuff, but I learned a lot from those experiences on how to really do that. There may be one day that I could do it, you know, without having to worry, but I don't action on that, but you know, I know I'm not the only one who's gone through something like that.
Hi guys, I'm back.
Right.
Dark
back.
Hour, Rick's Realm.
We can hear you.
I'm sorry.
Loud and clear, buddy. Sounds good.
I wish I could tell you that wasn't the case.
Oh, good. Is there a delay? Are we good?
I think Dark Hour is experiencing a delay on his end.
This is like what we were talking about the other night on Dark Hour Paranormal. This is like the time lag.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like time travel.
Nathan Allen in the house.
We are in a
What's up, brother?
We're in a parallel kind of schism of
man?
time-space continuum.
Yeah, yeah.
It's bizarre. Oh. Yeah, I heard.
No,
I heard kind of. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say I heard kind of what you guys were talking about, and I'm going to tell you something about this trip and coming up so soon after we just met each other. I really think this is destiny to be, you know, like something is guiding us on this expedition, on this adventure. I really do. I really do. Right. I feel like there's another force at work here, kind of the hand of Providence guiding us in this direction. If you know what I mean. Spirit. The spirit is moving us to put our heads together to form this brain trust that we have out of the blue, pretty much, I think.
Right, yeah.
You know, true. And kind of definitely organic and everything. And yeah, it's going to be a heavy duty experience. I mean, even most of the tourists who go there, you know, to just be out serenely in nature and seeing some, you know, things, you know, and that's a great way to go there too, you know, just as a very humble experience, and but as Rick's Realm was saying, but there's no question about it. It's going to be spiritual because the place is going to be charged with all this energy because like I said, I'm going to be going in with an open mind, but I do know a little bit about the site. I've never been there, but I've always been meaning to get around to going, and I've been studying it. And I do believe that I think it was parts of it were built at different times by different cultures who came there to realize how it worked. Because it's not unlike any of these other ancient precincts that I've visited. It's to be utilized. It's like a gear of a clockwork. You know, it's like it's nature using nature and natural markers to mark a calendar, like a 365 day a year calendar. And a lunar calendar as well. And that's what you see at Machu Picchu, exactly like you see at American Stonehenge. Exactly. You were showing the sun there at a certain time of the year. It lines up exactly. And that's how it's like. How did they know that? No, it's not an accident. It was built that way. You know, and the civilizations that we have written about, that we were talking about the other night, actually, where all these kind of things seem to fall back around the Canaanites, the Phoenicians, who were seafarers, who, like I said, you can find those reed boats in Bolivia, where they still make the boats exactly in the ancient Phoenician style, and they're as durable as you know ever. And same building materials, reeds, is what you found over in like the Persian Gulf. And marsh areas over off that, where they got, you know, the gods, God Enki, who was the god of the fresh water, just like they have down in Peru. So, but here is North America. It's slightly, you know, farther on the other side of the world than Peru, and yet it's on the other side of the world than the Levant, than the Middle East. So that forms like a triangle. And yeah, this place is amazing because there's inscriptions there. And as you know, I interpret inscriptions, and so can you. It does help to kind of know a little bit about ancient Ogham. I don't speak ancient Ogham. I don't read ancient Ogham. But if I took some rubbings when we go here, I can translate them later and find out what is being talked about, what is being said. Possibly, not absolutely, definitely. But going to be on the lookout for anything. Syriac, any form of ancient Hebrew or Paleo Hebrew, which has been found all over the United States, including Ohio, the Ohio Valley Basin. The Native Americans were at one time either pure-blooded Israelite, Hebrew Israelites from Canaan over in the Levant, over in the Middle East, or mixed in with other tribes, Asian tribes, Eskimo-type tribes who are up from, because we're very high up in North America, in Massachusetts, and there's a lot of, you know, kind of like the similar type of tribes, the Passamaquoddy, you know, the Abenaki, the I believe Algonquin tribes came this far south, and they could be the seafaring Phoenicians. Who built this, who lived there. But I don't think this was a place where they lived.
Right.
You know, I think this was a place that they came.
That's awesome.
At certain times a year to perform rituals. Ceremonies were done here. And what I know about this place is there is an altar, what they believe was used for human sacrifice.
I believe this is the picture here of it.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's what I know about it, and that is odd and strange. But I was telling Dark Hour Paranormal on the phone before, I don't think we mentioned this on the show, but my dad took me to Mexico when I was 12, and we went to. No, we didn't get around to that yet. But I went to Mexico, and there's in the jungle there's an ancient Mayan city state called Palenque, hidden in the jungle. And it's a treacherous jungle because we heard some, I believe they were like cheetahs roaring, or pumas or something, like, you know, big cat. And there were, you know, monkeys, gorilla noises out in the distance. So we didn't know what kind of or not gorillas. I'm not saying there were gorillas in Mexico, but they could have been mandrills. They could have been like baboons, because a German scientist did bring mandrills down to Catemaco and into that area of Mexico as an experiment to see if they would become carnivorous and cannibals if they were segregated and secluded on an island. Instead, they became docile, and they started eating, became berry eaters. Okay, but anyway, in Mexico, in Palenque, there's a similar type of thing that we're going to see when we go to America Stonehenge, because there's grooves carved into the rock, which is a blood drainage, and that's what, when they cut them open with a sharp object, a knife, or some kind of ritualistic implement like some tools like that on this slab, the blood would go into the channel. So there's no mistake about what that channel is. It's seen in other places of the world in a similar thing. And in fact, when I even remembered seeing dried blood on this pyramid. It was near the center of the city. It wasn't the Temple of Inscriptions, but I'll tell you about that story some other time. But it was another temple inside a ball court, which it's kind of amazing. It looks like basketball because there's a hoop, and there's no net, but there's a hoop, and you had a rubber ball back then, and you had to throw the rubber ball and get it through that hoop. But if you won, if you were the winner, the winning team was all decapitated. That was your honor for winning. So I think if I was in there, I might slip a few times and come in second.
Yeah, throw a game or two.
I might throw the game on that one. I might take a dive.
I might have to take one for the team, I think. On that.
They made they flattered the prisoners that they took, but their warriors, they made them play a weird version of basketball hundreds of years ago, and but then they if you won, it was a while before they killed you. They'd fatten you up and give you some delicious chocolate to drink, and give you some babes to hang out with and feed you and fan you. And they treated you like royalty right at the end. It wasn't like they took away anything. They gave stuff to you, but then they killed you so they could save your skull, so they could show these were the famous ball players we had here at this. Yeah, and they'd sell refreshments just like at the NFL games or at the stands in the hot dog stands at the basketball games. It's the same thing. It's really crazy. They always had spectator sports. Very brutal also. Maybe ours today are less brutal, you could say, but our modern sports are pretty brutal still on the physical, guys who play them. So not to that extent, but so going to America Stonehenge, we're going to see some stuff that I'll say people say they speculate that it was used for ritual human sacrifice. There's no speculation as far as I'm concerned, and I haven't even been there yet. But I know that's what it was used for, and I think that didn't end in ancient times either. I think the modern versions of these cults, the Phoenician cults, have gone out there to New Hampshire and have probably done some heinous stuff, and we probably will never know about it unless there's DNA evidence of something or some crime. But I don't know about that. But they may have washed it, they may have cleaned it, and I don't want to say that because that's a very touchy subject, because the people who own the property here are very nice people, and I'm not accusing them of doing that or knowing anything about that.
Yeah, this has nothing to do with
But people can sneak out there at night.
Exactly. It's in the woods.
And do things. And we're in Massachusetts, and, Dark Hour was talking about, witchcraft and covens and stuff. And but I just want to get back to what you were saying, Rick, about the spirit box and contacting spirits while we're out there. I am going in with an open mind. I'm not going to prejudge anyone doing anything, contacting spirits or anything. I don't need to do that because vibrating on a certain wavelength, when you get into that vibration frequency and you resonate on the level of the spirit world. You can see the spirits. You don't even need instrumental transcommunication to do it, like Spirit Box or EVP, electronic voice phenomena with the electric handheld recorders. You don't need a camera and feedback loop. None of it. You can just, one thing it's good to have is something to look at on the screen. So especially after we come home from this mission, the job still will not be over, because I'm going to pour over the video we take of it. And we may see things in the video. We may see ghosts. We may see spirits. But also, a great way to see them, I'm getting a phone call.
Oh, no, that's okay.
I'm not going to take it. I just don't want it to interrupt the show. And what was I saying? Oh, we, you know, to see the ghosts and to have the footage that we're going to have. Also, ghosts it's not just like one location is haunted and there are places that aren't haunted. Spirits are everywhere. Right. They're absolutely, it's like solid spirit, you know, and our eyes can't see into that dimension. But if we vibrate, you know, and resonate at that speed, and we watch back the tape, we can see all kinds of things. And some people would knock us to the ground right now in the chat room, or in this one, another one's chat room, say, that's pixel monsters you're talking about. That's pareidolia you're seeing. I argue with that. And I say, at first, that's a keen way to be quick to debunk what I'm talking about. But I believe it is a form of instrumental transcommunication, where we're employing the electronic screen, the monitor here, that we all have different versions of to some degree or another, as we're working on with computers, and using that as a way to tap into another dimension and another vibrational frequency we can see, and it's a solid wall. Like it'll morph from one photograph quality vistas of people who've been no longer here, maybe aliens, Indians, spirits, and things like that, and maybe sacrifice victims who are, you know, innocent victims, virgins and stuff. We'll see. Yep. Who knows? But it's gonna be wild, and I'm gonna hope to discover something, and from just from what I know from my research into ancient cultures, I'm gonna see if I can identify some of the construction, and try to, you know, say yes or no one way or another.
No, it's gonna be very interesting. I'm glad to have you along, because you have this knowledge that I certainly don't have. I don't know about Michael, but I mean, this is just going to be a great addition to our first little adventure.
Yeah, and I'm telling you guys, you know, if you want to brush up on it, study up on it before, or any of the stuff, I encourage that. And I don't want to look at too many things. I still want to be surprised when we go there. So I'm kind of half looking at these pictures. I know what they kind of already are, but I'm not going to get a real good close look at it until we're there. So I don't want to do too much looking up America's Stonehenge. But just to prepare myself, I'm going to prepare myself, and I'm going to prepare myself spiritually. Mm-hmm. You can believe it too, you know, because we do have to guard and protect that for sure. Right.
Yeah, I definitely want you guys to brush me up on that. But I just want to real quick say hi to Mr. Rich Giordano, our buddy from Goof on Radio Stream,
very well said,
into the chat room, and he is saying hello. And I also believe Mr. Stu Gerson, we all know from the chat room over there at Goof on, is just popped.
Hey, Rich!
Hello!
Hey, Rich! It's like Jaime Maussan, right? Hey, Rich! I love it when Rich Giordano does Jaime Maussan. Rich Giordano is the funniest guy in the world, because we're all of us in the paranormal community, the fringe stuff, you know, and he's got this great refreshing show, because he really does his best to try to get to the heart of what we're seeing, and not just accept everything and say, wow, be mystified by every UFO. No, he breaks it down for you, and plus he's hilarious in a funny way. He does all these impressions of all the other ufologists who are you know, the big names, Linda Moulton Howe. He calls her Linda Moulton Howe, Howdy Doody. Rich, that's that. Where do you get this stuff? I mean, this is funny stuff. It's great. And I'm a big fan, and we're all big fans. And that's how all three of us met, was in the chat room of Rich's show.
Right.
Welcome, Rich.
That's great.
We formed another dream team over here organically at the same time.
Right, yeah. This is awesome.
Rich, call in, buddy. Call in.
Yeah, if you want to call in, I put the link in the chat room. You feel free to join
if you want to
here.
talk to these guys.
Yeah.
So we're going to do this. We're going to do this, and you never know what we're going to see out there. We're going to keep our eyes open, our eyes peeled, and we're also going to go in. I'm going to go in with reverence, kind of, and an open mind to not jump to conclusions of what I'm seeing. But I've already studied the place, so I kind of have a foreshadowing of what's to come. And I'm going to be looking for inscriptions. That's what I'm going to be looking for.
When they mentioned the inscriptions, I got real excited because I just thought it was, just the rock structures. But now that we have writings and stuff, and somebody like you who can actually, go back and transcribe this stuff, this is great. So. And
you know what? Something else is too is also we're going to Druid Hill and stuff, and we're going to try to see. There's another place that you guys might not know about. It's very little known, and that is Shutesbury, Massachusetts. Have you ever heard of Shutesbury?
On my route, I was a driver before I got laid off, before this whole thing happened. And on my route, I drove by Shutesbury every other day. And then not even, maybe 10 feet is the next sign for the town. I'm not even making this up. I think it's about 10 or 15 feet is the next sign. It's Shutesbury, and I can't remember the other town, but I know exactly what you're talking about. Right.
Yeah. A lot of people, when I say it, they've never heard of it. They're like, where's that? Because they've heard of Shrewsbury. It's not Shrewsbury, it's Shutesbury. And it's at the foothills of the mountains. What are the mountains? I'm drawing a blank on my own state here. The foothills of the. The hell's the name of the mountain?
Oh my God, the Berkshires.
The Berkshires.
Yeah. Okay.
The Berkshires. That's right. It's at the foothill of the Berkshires, and it's supposedly in Shutesbury. It's a megalithic site with ancient megaliths, and that's right up my alley because I'm the one that studies the ones down in Peru and everything. Like we didn't even get to mention Sacsayhuaman Fortress. It sounds like sexy woman, Sacsayhuaman. It means satisfied falcon rock, and that is in Cusco as well. And if you look at Cusco from high above, like in a UFO, because this was before planes officially were invented by the Wright brothers, way before. If you look at Cusco from above, it looks like it's in the form of a puma. It's in the shape of a puma. You can only see that from way above. But the eye of the puma is at Sacsayhuaman Fortress, Satisfied Falcon Rock. And there are megaliths, some in excess of 500 tons apiece, a whopping. And nobody, even today, has the technology, the cranes and derricks we could put diesel fuel into and run, couldn't lift the blocks, couldn't do it. We still don't have the technology to do it. Probably, well, we might barely just have invented it in the last 30 years. But if that's the case, then we'd be still hard pressed to organize it and do it. And they did it, and this is supposedly before the wheel was invented. And the quarry is not close. It's on the other side of a ravine, on the other side of a river, down the slope of another mountain on the other side. And they lifted the block over the mountain and took. Maybe, but that would be, and how many guys would it take? How many guys would it take? A team of probably 1,000 guys to lift one of them.
Yeah, exactly.
So it seems more like it was done a different way.
At least.
But a megalithic place, Shutesbury, and we got to go there too. After the Stonehenge.
Audits of levitation, right?
Could have been levitated blocks. There's a site down in Micronesia called Nan Modal. And Nan Modal, I want to really go to because it's supposedly is the blocks there are made out of basalt blocks, which is volcanic turned into carved into blocks, and supposedly they have magnetic properties that you can detect with magnetometers and different sensing equipment. And they've studied, researchers have gone down there, and they've actually, they've detected magnetic form of blocks. And the way they're situated, it's kind of mysterious how they were built. It's an artificial island made of all these blocks, basalt blocks that go into the water, and then there's structures on top of it. And some people connect it with what H.P. Lovecraft was writing about in Amazing Stories back in the 30s. He was talking about cyclopean cities that were constructed by giants. So maybe giants built them because giants could lift bigger blocks than a normal human could. There's a question to that, but we're not talking about Peru anymore and Bolivia. But and then magnetic blocks supposedly built by a couple of brothers who were wizards together. And it almost sounds like Third Phase of the Moon, doesn't it? But I mean, they could have done it. The guys out in Hawaii, in a former lifetime. But yeah, supposedly the two brothers built Nan Modal with magnetic levitation. They levitated the blocks into place. That is the legend of the place that the locals say. Wow. So and also that it was a housing for like the Cthulhu type monsters from H.P. Lovecraft mythos.
Oh yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Love H.P. Lovecraft.
Well, if it's a housing for that, I mean, that thing's huge.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
That was
supposedly that's where the underwater habitat of Cthulhu, a prison for it, is built. It could lead to that. Maybe it could lead to it in a weird creature underwater. Who knows? You never know. I'm keeping an open mind about that if I ever go. But right here in America, we have just as many weird places, hidden places, off the beaten path. And I'm so excited about upcoming America Stonehenge trip, guys. It's a blessing come true in a space of a few days, and I get invited to this. I think it's meant to be, and I'm looking so forward to meeting you guys in person. And we're gonna have a great day. We're just gonna have a great day. I wish Rich, I wish you could come with us. You're all the way in Arizona, man.
I know.
You're all the way in Phoenix, the Phoenix Lights. Looking for the Phoenix Lights with your drone, man. That's awesome.
I know it.
Wouldn't Rich be great too on this trip? And when we stream, we get Rich up here. Maybe Rich could come on.
Oh, that would be so much fun, man.
Get
Take a field trip, Rich.
That would be a blast.
Take a field trip, and we'll get Third Phase out here, and we'll really,
That would be crazy.
We'll get Dave Scott from Manitoba come down, and
we'll call up Dave.
Yeah.
Everybody. Area 503.
We got to put our heads together and solve these ancient mysteries and current mysteries.
Oh yeah.
And I think I feel like a new age has started. A new era of I kind of get that feeling.
Yeah, me and Michael have actually talked about that. It's like this whole new beginning, and it all started at the same time when we were able to.
It's the way we open the show up here.
Yeah, when we go, when the layoffs happened, that was the only way we were able to finally get together after like 10 years of trying to do something like this. It's all coming together now, and it's like,
oh yeah, right. All these things happening at the same time to kind of, serendipitously lead us in the right direction. The hand of Providence, I think. So yeah, it's meant to be. It's going to be a blessed existence and a blessed life. But what I'm saying is, I think like not only just like the COVID crisis putting us out of work so that we're always online and looking in chat rooms, that is part of it too. But I'm saying since then, like even in the last week or something, like the shakeups that were happening within MUFON. And I think, that got the Cousins brothers on Third Phase of the Moon to light a fire under them to really say, we just trust MUFON. We're going to come right out and say it. We're never really big fans. And also calling Bigelow out and Bigelow into question. on the topics of him withholding information from the people who it should not be exclusive. If we're not alone, they should tell us right away, and we should all figure it out. But of course, the United States government has to have secrets because we supposedly have enemies. And I was saying before that behind closed doors, all our enemies, they're all in cahoots with our leaders too, and they're all in a big club, and they're all getting their jollies off, pitting us against each other, taking sides about it. That's what I believe. But anyway, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe people could disagree with me. That's fine too. But I'm not political, and I'm not. I don't live in that. I just try to understand what we really do have, and I try to get past all the bullshit. And so does Rich, and so does Third Phase, and so do you guys, and so does Dave Scott up in Canada. And we all kind of and some of the gals out there, they do a great job, and they're serious too, and they're really got an eagle eye for stuff. And so I listen to what everyone has to say, and this is a great new era of kind of UFO shows and paranormal shows, because we don't need MUFON, and we don't need Bigelow, and we don't need any of those. We don't need to have a structured way like MUFON was, because that's kind of what was cool about it. They had a system, but that's also like a ladder to climb the rungs of, and a one-upsmanship and all this. And that, who needs that? Who needs that? So I think Third Phase has a good point by saying we can do it, and they got people who I think are going to lead to the mystery coming to light for everyone. And someday there will be an unquestionable smoking gun that everyone can believe, even after the governments come right and say, we have a craft of alien, not of this world, and we're researching it. So they've already come out and say it, but still a lot of people won't buy it. They'll read it in the New York Times and still not buy it. They'll see Tucker Carlson talking about it, who's the most conservative anchor on Fox News or on TV at all. This is a conservative, right-wing kind of show, and a Republican modality and a mindset. And if they're saying it, well, that's going to convince just about everyone, hopefully. But the ones who aren't, I think, whether they release the information or not, the aliens are going to keep coming here, and they're going to it's going to be sooner that we get that contact with everyone. And I think it will be more like a CE5, where the average citizen could meet the aliens if they want to, but especially they're only going to let people who are not, because people, what would happen? They'd go after them with their shotgun in their truck, out alien hunting after they landed. It's right with a 6-pack. It would. So they know they're not stupid either. That's why that's another reason why they haven't come to Earth and landed, because we're probably not ready, but we are ready, and we're the ones who I think the aliens are really going to make contact with. I've been contacted all my life by the aliens, not in person, but by seeing them flying around. So I think that, and when no one else in town saw it. So I feel, and plus, I'm the boy who cried Marduk on your show, and that's getting to know Zechariah Sitchin and trying to get to the bottom of the Marduk cult and the Marduk deity and the planet Marduk. And there's also, Marduk is in ITC. It's in another realm. There's a Marduk too, a planet and a field of dimensional vibration. So yeah, let's go there too. And let's turn up the woo factor, and let's turn out the hippy dippy trippy stuff, and let's roll with it, I think. And let's tackle the phenomena head on. All of us together.
Let's do it, man. This is awesome. It's a great time to be alive. And with that, folks, we have
incredibly lightning once again, bro. Thank you.
Yes, it was beautiful. And we're going to wrap it up here tonight on Rick's Realm. I want to thank Mr. Frapsap, who is actually Rick's Realm's first official guest. Look at that. What do you have to say, Mr. First Official Guest?
Had an awesome time as the first official guest of Rick's Realm. Who was the first unofficial guest?
Yes, thank you very much, Frapsap.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I had a great time. This is the formation of a wonderful triad between the brain trust of putting his mind and his mind together and the triangle of us here in Massachusetts. I think it's going to be an awesome, powerful combo that we're going to do some great things coming up.
Oh, yeah. I'm looking forward to it. Very excited. Mr. Michael Roser from Dark Hour Paranormal. You have a lot of things coming up this week. Do you want to tell everybody?
Yeah. So on Tuesday night, we have Area 503 rejoining us again, back from his last appearance. We're going to have a great time talking about UFOs and analysis and probably current events as well. Then on Wednesday, we have Navier Alora. She is a healer. Very fascinating individual as well. And Sunday, I'm not telling you who it is yet. I mentioned something, but I'm not saying who it is yet.
Oh, very.
Look later in the week.
Very intriguing.
But I'll let you guys know.
Thank
But
you.
Tuesday and Wednesday, that's where we're starting. Thank you very much, Rick Realm, for having me on.
Hey, anytime. You're always welcome. Mr. Frapsap, also Robert Rivas, where can folks find you?
I'm on YouTube. I got a channel called Frapsap. That's my handle on here, as well as the name of my channel. You can look it right on up. FRAPSAP. Frapsap channel. I got a lot of cool videos of my discoveries, and a lot of old cool movies, rare movies that they don't show anymore anywhere.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Guys, go check out Dark Hour Paranormal. Go check out Frapsap. You're going to see a lot more of both of them here on Rick's Realm and on both of their channels coming up. We got some amazing stuff coming up in the future, and I want everybody here to be a part of it because we love you guys from the chat room. We love everybody that's coming into this circle, and it's just the start of something beautiful. So I want to thank you guys again, and everybody have a good night. Please subscribe to my channel for more because this is just